from Sam's Club in Troy, my boy Brett.
Uncle Sam's.
Benjamin Krug, Uncle Sam's Club. First off, to start this, I want to give a shout out to my boys at Northeast Hustle. They're from Albany, New York. They're doing big things, persistence and desire, and I really fuck with that because that's part of the reason why I'm meeting with you right now, because you've always been the type of dude where it's like persistence. Like you've kept with it, bro. Yeah. You've really kept with it. Yeah. Like a lot of people don't know your story with football and shit, and I've rode with you for a while now, so I know how much you stuck with it. Yeah. And desire means you gotta have that heart, you gotta have that drive, you gotta have a vision. And they're representing for the 518, which is really cool. Dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving out to Colorado. I got a month left. So I really want to take that brand with me, represent the Northeast. But yeah, man, persistence and desire. So let's just start off by talking about your journey a little bit. Like, who is Brett Krug? You gotta go through it with like, cause it's a story. Yeah. Like I know it's easy to just be like, okay, this happened, this happened, but it was like you worked your ass off, bro, to get to these places. Yeah. Like I remember seeing you in the gym. I remember talking to you, and you were like, "Oh, this is happening. Like I'm about to do this." Yeah. And that was what Hudson Valley at first. And
and then that was when I kind of first started. Like I lost weight, and
Brett used to be big. How much did you weigh?
The most I probably was like 240.
240.
Junior year, I was big. I was chubby.
Right.
And then I was probably like 220 like senior year. I probably graduated like 220. I saw an old picture on Facebook. I was laughing. I was like, wow, that's rough.
Where are you at now?
I'm 200. But I mean, I'm way stronger. Yeah, it's not even close. Obviously faster.
You have before and afters on your Instagram or something?
Yeah, there's a before and after on my Instagram. Yeah, a couple. I posted one like December.
Cause it's real.
A good one.
It's real. Like he used to be. Yeah, you were a chubby boy. You were a chubby boy.
My junior year yearbook picture, I was like, wow. I saw it on Twitter or something. I was like,
a long way.
It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah. Got caught from Hudson Valley, whatever. There was like 170 kids a year. It was tough. I wasn't like physically ready. Like mentally, I was like, yeah, you know, community college football. Yeah. But listen, community college football, I'll tell you right now, it's not for everybody. Like you see that last chance U stuff, like that really is like real. Like it's not for everybody. It's tough. And you know, college football is absolutely not for everybody. So started grinding. I went to Brockville for a semester, and I never really had a chance to play. And I had some stuff happen in my personal life with a girl, you know, it was just ugly. And that's kind of when I was like, all right, that's another time in my life where I was like, okay, this is who I really am. So contacted UAlbany. I went to UAlbany the 2017 season. I was on the team. I didn't get to suit up though, because I was like they had like 96. I was like the 96th man on the roster. So like that's how I have all my gear and stuff. Right. I was one like.
Well, you had Brockport too.
Yeah. So I was only there for one semester. I couldn't stand it.
Then you had UAlbany. So this dude he wanted to play in high school. Didn't play in high school. Wanted to play JUCO. Yep. Couldn't make JUCO, wanted to play D3, almost made D3, and then some shit.
So, Coach Clark, Coach Clark to this day, like if I give him a hug if I saw him, like grateful for the opportunity at Albany. He ended up leaving after the 2017 season. Right. So, me and the head coach weren't like really cool like that. I just really never had a spot. So, I talked to that off season. I remember I talked to Sacred Heart, I talked to Wagner, I talked to Bryant. I visited all three of those schools. I talked to, who else I talked to? New Haven. And Wagner ended up having a spot, and they offered me a small scholarship. I'm not going to get into the numbers, but it was a small scholarship and a spot. So obviously I committed. And everything was great last summer. You know, every day I was running every day. I was grinding. Obviously, I was just grinding. I was so happy just to be there because all my hard work had finally come to fruition. And actually, it's funny. I was just talking to someone about the month of July. Usually something bad happens. So July 26, 2018, I'm sitting in my room. I was about to go work out. And my coach calls me. He's like, Brett, listen. Excuse me. The NCAA, they reviewed your case, and they deemed you ineligible for Division I. You've been out of high school too long. So that was probably the toughest phone call I ever took. I truly couldn't hold. I was just like, I appreciate everything. He's like, you know, if you still want to come to school, like you could definitely be like, we'll put you on as like an assistant. you know, because like we obviously still want you in the program. Like we really like who you are. And, like I visited the school 3 times. Like I already made friends. I had a roommate.
And you committed mentally.
I was
there.
Yeah, no,
I'm
like
playing football.
Mentally committed, bro. Physically committed. Had the papers. I still have the emails and stuff. Like camp starts. I was supposed to leave August 1st. So I'm like, wow.
5 days before camp.
5 days before camp. Get that phone call.
You told your family, your friends, I'm playing D1. Like, mom, like I made it.
My mom and dad were so proud of me.
Yeah.
And
fuck.
I remember my dad was not home, but my mom was. And like, I cried. Yeah. It was my whole dream just ripped. And you know what? Like I said, I went to work. I told my manager I cried in her office too because me and her were really, really close. And like, I don't know, you can call me whatever. I cried. It's okay. Dude, I did. I'll admit. Like, listen, when you love something and it's ripped away from you, tell me how you feel. So
dude, you have to cry, man.
Bro, I didn't know anything else, and I had to work that night. Right. So I held it at best from 5 to 11. I had to hold it in.
Cause that's life, bro. Like that's.
Everybody was so happy for me.
Something becomes your everything. You know what I'm saying?
Every day, like I had my program, I would work out there. Every day, everyone was so hyped for me, you know what I mean? Especially everything I'd already been through. Yeah. So anyways, that month was real tough. And I put together some workout stuff, and I sent it out to, because I was like, I have to do something. So I sent it out to some D2 coaches, and East Stroudsburg ended up getting back to me. So I visited there. They offered me a spot for this last semester.
How are you still hopeful at this point, or are you feeling defeated?
For what?
Like internally, college? Are you like, okay, like I still have a chance?
Going to Strasbourg,
playing football,
So August, I was really like, I mean, truthfully, I probably was depressed. Like it was just different. Like, you know, everyone just knew, like, I was just cold. Like I just didn't really want to talk to anybody. Right. I felt bad. My parents, like, because I still obviously, like, you know, I saw my dad cry. Like he was so hurt for me that it brought him to tears. And the last time I saw him cry was when my grandmother died, and I was like 9. So put that in perspective. Like it was that big of a deal to my family and you know, everything was in totes and stuff. You know what I mean? I was getting ready. I had my dorm, had my student loan, all that. So I would say for about 2 days, I was real defeated. I was like, I'm done. And then I was like, no, I can't. So I sent out my, you know, some tape and stuff. Whatever, I didn't really have much, and there's a lot of workout stuff too, and I kind of just told my story. And the coach at East Stroudsburg got back to me. I came and visited. I visited there a couple times. I really loved it. So I don't even know if you knew this. You know, you knew this. How I was there at the beginning of the semester. So I like I said, went to Stroudsburg. Was there at the beginning of the semester. Was working out with the team. It was about mid-February. Do you know this, or did I tell you?
No.
So this is new to you. Yeah. So yeah, this is why I'm home. So. About mid-February, I was probably like second string safety, and
were you playing like you went to practices?
No, well, I hadn't I was in the workouts and stuff, like the weight room.
Okay.
So we were just about to start that stuff.
Gotcha.
And I think it was like the week of or the week after the Super Bowl. I can't even remember. So I had to go home for something. I had to go home for like a physical or something.
Right.
And I was about to go back home Sunday night. Back down, I was living with a couple of my teammates, and my landlord calls me. He's like, "Did you hear what happened at the house?" And I was like, "No." Like I'm literally about to. It's like 6:30 at night. I'm literally about to drive back down Sunday night. Have a 5:45 a.m. left. Excuse me. He called me. He's like, "They threw a party 2 nights ago, and the whole first floor collapsed." Yeah. So like the house got like it was. We got evicted. Yeah. Like he evicted us. He had to. And I'm pretty sure the house got condemned. So I stayed in a hotel room for a couple days, and I couldn't get a dorm, so I ended up having to come home. So that's why I had to withdraw.
What?
Yeah. So that's why I was like, listen, this is tough.
Fuck?
My coaches were so mad. I was just like, I can't do it. Like I couldn't afford to like live anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you would have actually been playing.
Yeah, I would have finally been playing. Yeah, I would have finally been playing.
Bro.
So, you know, but me, I'm a nut. So that's when I talk. I Googled. I was like, I talked to some coaches, and my boy Mallard. I don't know, you ever met Zach Mallard?
No.
So he went to Columbia. He's a good dude. Love him. He's a coach at a D3 school in Alabama, and he really wanted me to come, but I decided not to. So that's why I looked for like professional routes, because like I don't know. Listen. I don't care if anyone. No, you can tell me that I can't play, but whatever. Like I believe in myself. So at the end of the day, like I'm gonna do everything I can. So last weekend, like I said, I've been training. I've been hitting it hard since March, running all this stuff. I had a trial with, it's called the Rivals Professional League, and I was just telling you about this earlier. And I was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And they ended up giving me a drafting bag for that. So that's like my next step. Right. So, and it's a professional league. It's like a step below the AAF, I think. Even though that folded, but like this league is like a little more established. It's been around for like 7 years. So we're gonna see where that goes.
Just see where it goes.
And then I'm just along for the ride. You know what I mean? And I don't regret anything. Like I don't regret, I have to pay off student loans and stuff. I don't regret any of that because I would rather live with that, whatever, a loan or something, than a what if. Like, what if I never did that? What if I never did that?
Dude, and you have fucking a boatload of like, oh my God.
I'm probably gonna have to write a book about my life just because, like, I feel like I swear. Listen, you could listen to me talk, and it's like, I don't know. Most people probably don't even really know about that. So, it's just, it's crazy. It's definitely been a journey. So, but like I said, it's that. So actually, this is good. You asked me about like me.
Right.
Like everything I've been through has made who I am. And like, I don't think a lot of people like fully really understand it because like I've been through, everyone has their personal battles, but like, I just like, it's like my personal battle has just been nuts. You know what I mean? Right. So it's been me versus me versus NCAA, me versus whatever, you know what I mean? So, but I'm looking long term also in terms of football. I made this league. Why can't I make the CFL? I want to try out. I'll probably spring 2020. I'm at least going to attend a tryout because they have open tryouts.
Yeah.
Just pay $100, show up.
Yeah.
Why not? I have nothing to lose, so it's like.
Dude, and this so like what you're doing, it's working this thing called neuroplasticity.
Yeah.
And what that is like your brain developing new ways and new strategies to handle life.
Yeah.
So just your way of just like, I swear to God, I've never met anyone that has gotten knocked down more times than you are. Yeah. Like that's gotten knocked down, that's gotten like looked over, that's gotten like you just get beat, and you're like Rocky, bro. You gotta just get beat. Well, you stand up.
That's why it felt so good to finally, like at the trial, like I said, like I finally got a chance. Like just having a chance. I was just like, I got to do my thing, like, you know what I mean? Like everything, just think of everything I've worked for, I finally got to really showcase it. Like Wagner knew what I could do, Strasburg knew what I could do, but they never really got to I never got to the chance to show it. And I wish I could have played for Wagner. Like I really, I think about that a lot just because wow, putting on that helmet, I see what Matthias went to Wagner, he loved it. It's a dope school, you know what I mean? So Strasburg was too, but it felt good just to at least get a chance. Right. That's all I ever wanted, just a chance. You know what I mean? Just give me a chance. Right. And I think now I got the chance. Good things are coming from that. But I'm always looking forward. I'm never. You
don't get stuck. You don't allow yourself.
Content. I guess I'm not content. I'm just not. I'm too hard on myself to ever just be good enough. I can quit now. Yeah. I can't. For the rest of my life, I can't even imagine. I have the best job in the world. But what can I do to be better? So.
Right. And that's 100% why I love being surrounded by you, because it's bigger than football. Fuck football.
It is bigger.
It's bigger life. Than football. It's if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try this. If that doesn't work out, I'm gonna try this. And bro, I've realized recently, that's the way I've set up my life. Yeah. Where it's gonna work out. I'm so focused on it feels
I'm gonna do whatever I can.
It's already worked out. It's already done. I have a vision. I know what the fuck where I'm trying to go.
I know how I can get there.
It is done. Yes. No matter what happens, it is done. Because you find a way through those routes. Through football for you, you just you found a way. Yeah. You found a way. Yeah. You found a way. Yeah. Which is fucking amazing. Bro.
I don't know. I was just I love a good motivational quote. If you look at my Twitter, whatever, most people might think it's corny. I tweet what I want to tweet to my Twitter. You're gonna follow me or follow me. You know what I mean? So same thing with Instagram. We were talking about social media. It's dude, I want to be myself. So that all comes from the heart. That's just who I am. And I talk about the hell's the guy's name? Oh, Thomas Edison. How he failed mad times before he invented the light bulb. Now he's the greatest inventor ever. Why? Okay, I failed. I mean, I don't look at stuff as failures. I look at an obstacle. Right. Everything in my life is there for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. So whether you can call it a failure, you can just call it an obstacle. I usually just call them an obstacle, something I had to get over. You know what I mean? I had a bunch of those, but I'm not I haven't invented my light bulb yet. You know what I mean? I'm looking for that. I'm trying to get to the light bulb. That's how I kind of.
And you still will. Like, we're still gonna keep.
Absolutely.
We're still gonna keep being challenges.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I love CrossFit too, because it's like every day it's a new obstacle.
Yeah.
like today it was like flip this fucking tire.
Exactly. I know.
You feel tired,
but
you just find a way. Like you that's why I love that shit. It's a different obstacle. It's challenging your brain to figure out ways to make it work.
I think that's I wish I had discovered CrossFit like earlier. It's like I would have been doing CrossFit in like 2015. Like way, you know what I mean? Like I love the way that it trains your body, like you become strong and like mentally. Think of like a 30-minute, what was it? I was talking about this with like, it was Will McCann. He was just saying like, I love those long AMRAPs. Where like 30 minutes, where you're like 27 minutes in, you'd be like, what do I have? Like, what am I made of? Am I gonna get off the rower right now? Or am I gonna pull 500 meters? You know what I mean? Like, I love that shit.
I love getting lost in
it. You don't even, and like,
space.
Like sometimes you don't even look at the clock. You're just like, and then you hear time, and you're like, wow, like I was getting after it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was talking to Matthias and I was talking to Schneider, and I don't know, like fitness in general, it gets looked at as, oh, like you're just trying to be strong, like you're trying to, show off, like it's for your body. Yeah. But yo, this shit is like, I could speak for all three of us in here. This is life. Like this is life, and it's not life just because it feels good and it's the weights and like it's just the feeling of connecting with your mind and pushing yourself and connecting with your boys and girls, whoever's in here, just seeing everyone grinding and push themselves. Like I love this shit.
It's so much more than just weight on the bar. And I don't think a lot of people see that's actually a good segue. A lot of people look at working out as like a task, or like they look at it as like something that's like a
gotta get it
that
done.
they have to do. Like, but like it's so much more than that to me, and definitely you, and I know you. Yeah. You know what I mean? I see all this, the hard work Snyder put in. So like, for me, like it's so much more than like I look forward to coming to the gym. Like I look forward to pushing myself. And you know what? It like sometimes you fail in the weight room, like that happens, but like you just I don't know. Like I said, it's just that mind body connection. That's the biggest part. What doesn't matter the weight on the bar. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many pull-ups you got to do. It's just doing.
Right.
So,
and bro,
I wish more people looked at it like something that's going to help them rather than something they have to do because
like it's just something you got to do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's like the benefit. That's why I love doing it in the morning. I love because it helps me just throughout my day. But I was running the other day and I was doing hills.
Where?
And in Albany, downtown Albany. Really? So I just run. Me and Schneider. What's that road? It's fucking who knows, right? It's like State Street.
Oh, State Street. It is State Street.
One of those fucking roads. We're just going straight up the hill. There's like people like doing their state jobs on the side, and me and Schneider are just like.
Wait, is that where the food trucks are? No, I know. No, that's a big ass hill.
Bro, me and Schneider are just.
Bro, I'm with that. I'm with that. Yeah. Bro, once my ankles on it, I'm with that.
That hill is like when you just sprint, you go, and it's like. Okay, you gotta now you start.
Now we're going.
We start.
Like
I'm not even halfway there.
Everyone fades away, and it's just you and that hill. And the coolest feeling I had the other day was, it was like my third set, so I was shot. I was fucking gassed. I ran like 5 miles just to get there, and then I was there, so I was gassed. But as I'm running up this hill, I'm getting towards the top, and as I'm getting towards the top, I feel myself tensing, and I'm just like, ugh. And finally, like, I came into my body and I was like, yo, just let go. Like, I let go and it felt like I was literally like shedding a piece of me. And as I'm running up this, I just felt free. Like, and I was just, dude, the fucking shit flowing throughout my body. And I was just, it's unexplainable.
You get to the top of the conquer. That's how I look at it.
You know what I mean? There's a pole at the top.
Exactly. Smack the pole. Exactly. There's a tree. I always touch. I'm like, let's go. Jog it back down. I need another one.
Oh, I'm getting hyped. It's all just about fully putting your heart into whatever allows you to feel connected. Exactly. Whatever allows you to feel whole. I'm super fortunate. I'm going to this program right now out in Boulder at Naropa for psychology and counseling. And when I'm surrounded by these people and we're just talking about the shit that interests us, there's just a certain flow with it. There's a certain connection. You know, when I'm in this gym, and like that's something I've realized recently, like this is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? Like lifting, like that pump, or like that feeling you get when you got that music going. You see your voice. Meditate after. I can't wait to get something to eat. I can't wait to like read this book or go to the like. I feel really optimistic and excited towards life.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't, like, that just works for me. And that's the kind of way I'm trying to live. So it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I said Monday through Friday, I'm up at 5:30 to come here. So I always say, like, I'm actually so happy that I have such a good group at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. We have a couple guys that are real good at CrossFit, and then we have like older, like, you know, women and, you know, men and women, but like they just make it enjoyable to come here. Like, it's not like when I hear my alarm, I'm not like fuck, and I don't like smack my phone. Right. Like, all right, let's get it. Like, time to go to work. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. Right. So I definitely. You know, I just feel like nowadays people that's like that Monday through Friday I never want to live my life where I have to like look forward to the weekend. I want to look forward to the next day. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I don't work tomorrow, let's fucking go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to
let me get fucking wild tonight.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like, I want to look forward to the next day regardless of what day it is, whether I work or not.
Yeah. Me and Schneider have been talking about this a lot. Just the idea that, like, you can do this. Like, people think you need to like separate your passions and your work, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I really believe in that.
I disagree.
I don't really. I
disagree.
I think you can literally do your passion for work. But the biggest thing is, and me and Snyder talk about it, is you need to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just like fuck around. You can't be like, oh, like, I kind of like lifting and I'm just going to go lift and then I'll work on, like, if you're really going to be like, okay, this is going to be my life. Yeah. You got to make shit happen.
You got to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what me and him keep talking about. He wants to do bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a certain limit you can hit here in Albany, New York. Yeah. But out in Cali, out West Coast, Florida, this is real life. Like, people
especially
are really,
Cali,
you know what I'm saying? People are doing it. People are actually doing it. So it's like, no matter what you want to do, man, like, you could just fucking like reading books or doing poetry or it's like the famous like Alan Watts, you know, whatever you want to do in a sense, you can do, you can become. But you really gotta go for it.
That's why I always tell, like, whatever, like, listen, my mom and dad were great with this. They I used to like drag race when I was younger, so I used to race cars, and they're like, listen, like, we're never gonna force you to do anything, but what you're gonna, you know, eventually you're gonna find what you love, and we just want you to go after that. We want you, do not half-ass what you love. Don't half-ass your path. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I said, I've never half-assed football. I've never half-assed working out. You know what I mean? So like that's how I wish more people would look at their life like that. You know what I mean? Like, some people go to work half-assed. Right. Like, why? I don't come here and half-ass it.
Fuck. And it's such a thing. It's like it's
2019. I'm telling you, it's like we have like a a lazy generation. I feel like.
I think it's beyond our generation.
Yeah, I think it's our parents. Yeah, some of our parents too. Absolutely. I was blessed with two good parents. Yeah. Like, my mom and dad, they're together. You know what I mean? And I have an older sister, and we are polar opposites. So I think that's also kind of made me who I am. Like, she's just different. You know what I mean? So like, I saw what she did, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like her. Mm-hmm. And not that, like, I love my sister. Obviously, so I'm not like shitting on my sister, but I'm just different. Like, I'm the different one in the family. I really am. Right. Like, I come from a family of farmers. Like, my mom grew up on a farm. My dad grew up on a farm. Sure. So, and I used to work on a farm when I was younger. I still have Krug farms over near my house. But I was the first one to play a sport, really.
Right. So, and to be different and to be
like,
dude,
grind for it. Yeah.
I think it's cool. I was talking to Schneider's cousin.
Yeah.
And we were talking about. I think our kids, the next generation, and moving forward, I think it's going to be completely different.
You think?
Because I think there's people like us, and there's people that are passionate towards life, and there's people that are open, and like I think so. Our parents came from parents that taught them that you need to do this kind of job in order to make this kind of money to work. Yeah. But with us, it's like as long as we stick with our dream and our route and our passion. We're going to be able to show our kids, like, listen, brother, listen, sis, like, you don't have to fucking work for the county or the state just to provide for your family. You can really, like, if you enjoy walking dogs, like,
you can do that. Who was that? Tobias, you know Tobias?
Yeah, of course.
He was saying how, like, pretty much what you just said, like, the old, like, there's like this, like a norm, I guess you can call it a norm. That's kind of what they call it in, like, sociology, psychology, where you have to work the same job for 40 years.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. Only thing with, like, maybe like being a cop or a fireman so you can get your pension, that's different. Right. But like you kind of just said, like you don't have to work for the state for 40 years if you don't want to. Like why? You shouldn't. You know what I mean? You shouldn't, because those are the people that dread going to work every day.
Yeah.
And they're miserable, and you're just like, wow, like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like I would rather do this than pretty much anything else right now. Like, you know what I mean? Some people are working at banks or something. Like I can imagine just sitting there being like a bank.
And they love it, dude. If you love it,
I know. So I'm speaking out of my heart. Like I love doing this.
Right.
So like, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? But maybe in 10 years, I might not want to do it. And when that time comes, and this time comes, I never want to feel like I'm locked down somewhere. You know what I mean? Because I'm just not a person that wants to like. I'm just not content with stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm always looking for the next step. Even like right now, like I have stuff planned for 2020 because I can't plan it in 2019 right now. But once I get to 2020, that's when those goals are gonna, that's when I'm gonna reach those goals hopefully. And then when 2020 comes, I'm looking to the next year. You know what I mean? I'm always looking forward.
Yeah.
I try not to live in the past. The past, and I've had a tough past. Yeah. So for me, some people might think it's easy, like I can drown in my sorrows and feel sorry for myself. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt sorry for myself before. I felt sorry for myself for a whole month, and you gotta get over yourself. So. Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. I try to think about society. Like I try to imagine if everyone was really doing shit they love. Yeah. And like whoa. But our world would be.
Could you imagine?
What the?
It's crazy.
It'd be a different.
It's crazy.
It would be unbelievable.
Just different. Everyone's morale would be better. Like,
yeah, man.
That's why listen. Like I always say, I don't regret chasing my dream. I don't. I never will. You know what I mean? I would rather tell my kids like, this and this happened rather than I just went to college or I just gave up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Definitely today, a lot of people kind of just settle for what they think is going to make them the most money.
I don't know who made that a thing. I don't know.
It's just no. You're right.
I get it.
Our parents.
Yeah, our
parents. Which I love my grandparents. You know what I mean? Still. Different times. 60 years ago, it was just different.
It was a different
It's
time.
just completely different.
You had to go to work. Yeah. You had to get money. You had to provide for the family.
Exactly, the American dream. Like the American dream kind of was like what that was.
Right.
So.
And then they taught our parents.
Exactly.
And now our parents are
kind of like
teaching, like they're teaching us.
Yeah.
But we're a different generation.
Yeah, we just are.
You know what I'm saying? We have different visions. We have different dreams. Like we're doing different shit.
I think that's because information is so much more accessible now. Like think of how easy it is to just like learn something right now. You can literally just go on Google.
Right.
Like go on Google, type in a question, like stuff like that, or like you see other people's experiences so much more on Twitter, Instagram, social media, all that stuff. So like that kind of ties into like not wanting to do, like not kind of wanting to break out of that norm of working.
There's a lot
being
of
a garbage man for like 30. Like some people
for sure.
Garbage man for like 30 years,
yeah,
stuff
bro.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it, but still like.
There's a lot of inspiration out there now.
Yeah. Yes.
But the thing is, there's also a lot of people that are passionate. There's a lot of people that are passionate. Yeah. And the cool thing is, we're starting to surround ourselves with those people that are passionate, and it's making us all come together and be like, yo, like we could really do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you could really do it. Yeah. You're looking at me and you're saying you could do it. I'm looking at Schneider and I'm saying, yo, Schneider, like you can do it. Like, and we're all just like, oh shit,
why can't I?
Well, I'm not just gonna do.
Why not?
I'm not gonna work for the rail yard my whole life. I'm not gonna wake up.
Not to knock those people, but like, damn, like I know personally.
It's not for me.
Personally, myself, like I couldn't wake up and go to a job I hate. Like I'll get sick of it after like 6 months. Like I'd just be like, dude, how could I do this the rest of my life? I'm gonna be miserable. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
You're looking forward to the weekend.
Exactly. You're looking forward to not going to work. Yeah. Or you know what I mean, not having to wake up.
You're looking forward to holidays. Yeah. You're looking. And then
I always like. Listen, I love a vacation, but like I feel like people look forward to vacations too much. Like I feel like if you love what you do, you don't feel the need to be like, I have to get out of New York.
I need to get the fuck
You know what I mean?
Here.
Traveling is awesome, and I went to Philadelphia last weekend after my trial. I went to Harrisburg. I stayed the night in Harrisburg. Had the trial in the morning, and then I went to Philly, and it was awesome. I saw Independence Hall. I saw Liberty Bell. I saw all that stuff. I was like, this is awesome. But like I said, vacations are awesome, but I feel like some people look forward to it too much, and like they want to get out of there. They want to escape reality so badly. Yeah. I think that's unhealthy.
Yeah, and I mean
that escaping reality.
I don't even know about it. Dude, so all right, so I was listening to this. We're learning in psychology right now in my class about.
So wait, I want to talk about that after this.
For sure. So what we learned about is a thought experiment.
Okay.
And
I'm a psych major too, so I, you know what I mean. I can kind of get.
This shit was really interesting because I never thought about this before I heard this experiment. So basically, it was two guys, or no, a guy and a girl, and they explained this experiment, and they were like, imagine there's two survivors, right? Okay. There's two survivors, and they need to form a new society. It's just two people. Just two people left, and they need to form a society.
That's great. Yeah.
They said they need to come together whether they don't speak the same language. So it's me and you. We speak different languages. We have to like come together. Like say I'm a girl or you're a girl, whatever. Okay, so now we need to start like promoting, like moving forward. So okay, so we need to like make rules. We need to make norms. So we have kids, whatever.
We have to have kids. That's the thing.
So two people, they have to have kids. So then their kids are born, and they tell their kids, okay, this is the way you build a house. This is the way you grow a plant. This is the way you make a family. So they're telling their kids, this is how it's done, right? So now they're saying their kids. So the second generation. By the second generation, the kids. So these parents, the second generation, tell their kids, okay, this is the way we do it. This is the way you do it in order to make things happen. So now they say 4 generations later, what was once we think we should do it this way because it works this way becomes no, this is reality. This is the world. This is the way you do it. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, whoa. So I guess you can bring that into like what we're talking about with like our grandparents trying to teach us that this is the way it's done. So our parents are like, oh no, this is how you do it. This is reality. You need to work in order to provide. No, like
you gotta go to college. You gotta do. So not everyone has to go to college. You know what I mean? Not especially nowadays. But I suggest it. But you know, 20 years ago, everyone probably felt like, oh shit, I gotta go to college, or I'm not gonna be able to get a job if I don't go to college. So
it's all social.
I've never thought of that. That's
never thought about it either.
That's crazy. That's dude. That's one of the best decisions I made, was to change my major to psychology. Because I was gonna be a gym coach, and you know, whatever, that'd be cool too. But like that's another time where I really started to learn about myself. Because you know, I got everyone's got stuff that goes on in their own head. You know, everyone's got anxiety, etc. But like learning about how the brain works, and like social psychology, and like societal norms and stuff. Like it's crazy. It's like stuff psychology is tied into literally everything. Anything that has to do with how someone does something is psychology. It's crazy. And like people don't even really realize, like abnormal psych, the brain, the human body is amazing, but the brain is its own animal. It's insane.
Well, what's interesting is that we as people, we like to, like even when you say the words anxiety or depression, we kind of just like, we try to just like get it through quick and we brush it off.
No,
we don't accept ourselves. And that's something I learned about in class. It's like people think the road to spirituality or connecting with yourself is through becoming perfection. So it's like, okay, I need to get rid of anxiety. I need to get rid of depression. And Carl Jung said, and it's literally since I read it, I was just like, whoa. He was like, paradoxical to the common belief that we need to become perfect. Spirituality is actually becoming into wholeness and accepting like yourself, everything, the messiness, the scary, the ugly. And so like I've really like thought about that, and I've been like, so I'm trying to become more accepting of whatever the fuck I'm feeling, you know. Like absolutely. Some days I'm like some days my mind is racing and I feel super anxious. Like the other day I was out in the woods and I was like I need to get the fuck out of here. I was just going berserk.
I definitely I usually don't really talk about it, but you know, after the stuff that happened at Brockport, I definitely developed some severe anxiety about stuff, you know what I mean? Especially connecting with other people. I was a little gun shy, I still kind of am. But, you know, I definitely like had to learn to accept that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, there are some, definitely like, I can feel that. Like, some days I'm like, I can't do this, like, I gotta get out of here. Some places, some situations, I'm like, I can't be here. So I get that.
And it's honoring that. And it's, so something we're learning about is like, it's a method called touch and go, which is really cool. And it's like sitting with yourself. Like, that's why I love fucking just sitting and like meditating and breathing.
You always been. I gotta get into that. But I respect that. I feel like we're bad we interrupted you. But.
Nah, dude. It's like part of the practice. But touch and go is like coming into yourself and feeling these emotions, like feeling like whatever you feel and being okay with it. It's like for so long, especially being an athlete, this is why like my dream is to work with athletes, because I feel like you know what I'm saying, like it's just not taught right, or they aren't heard properly.
No, they're for Athletes are for sure not heard properly. I can attest to that. But keep going.
Yeah.
No, I'll say my part out.
No, so it's all based around just actually touching into your feelings.
Yeah.
And becoming
literally like touching?
Like just like actually feeling them and not like suppressing them or pushing them off, but actually like sitting with them. Mm-hmm. And like what I've realized is like we have such a fear of like allowing those feelings to come up because we think they'll like take over us, or we think we're so afraid of becoming like upset or sad or whatever that we just push it away. But when you actually allow yourself to feel that just for a bit, like it creates freedom, which is crazy, dude. I was watching this documentary last night. It's called The Trip of Compassion.
On Netflix or just on YouTube?
So it's on a weird platform. I think it's on like Vimeo. If you Google it, Trip of Compassion.
Okay, Vimeo. Yeah, I've watched videos on that.
You have to like rent it. But
it's like is it for school?
It's just for
just you wanted to watch it.
Yeah. So I heard it was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Okay. Or
I gotta start listening to him. He's a good dude. Yeah. I usually listen to like sports podcasts.
Tim Ferriss. He's a human like optimizer. Like he's just like a really successful, brilliant kind of dude. He said this is one of his favorite documentaries ever. So I watched it.
What's it called again?
Trip of Compassion.
Trip of Compassion. Okay.
Yeah. I'll send it to you after.
Yeah, I might. Yeah.
But it's based around people with PTSD. So there was a girl in it she was in a taxi cab and the taxi kind of like pulled off like in a weird spot. They ended up stopping the car. She ended up getting mugged and like they took her to some building, like they got raped. So it's just like it fucks you up mentally.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There was another dude when he was younger, he got like raped by his dad and they kept talking about how they didn't want to live anymore. They got to this point where they're just like, I can't be here because these thoughts are taking me over. So the whole experiment was introducing MDMA, which is ecstasy. So it was introducing that to them. And the cool thing was they found that with MDMA, like not only does it allow you to really feel these feelings that people have been suppressing so long, it allows you to feel them so radically and like unleash it so much that after that point, they completely found a different relationship with the event.
That's crazy.
So it's like for so long, this guy was like, I can't touch into that. I hate myself.
You just want
I don't want to think about it. The MDMA brings it up.
That's nuts.
And it allows you to look at it in a new light. So when you come back to being sober, it's like you've kind of settled that because you look at it differently. And it's fucking beautiful. It's like the newest research. It's like they're saying it's like the best treatment for PTSD. Like it's like the best.
I believe that. I actually did. I took it at Albany. Did you take abnormals? No, you were a bio major, right?
I was psychology.
Did you take abnormal?
Abnormal psych, yeah.
Great class. We talked about. I think that was a class that talked about PTSD.
Yeah.
And actually, I just watched You ever watch American Sniper?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. I watched it over the weekend for the first time. That made me think of that. Yeah. PTSD. I think nowadays the research is starting to come out. And I might have to watch that documentary.
You should really check it out. It's interesting.
It makes a lot of sense.
It's interesting as fuck.
I took a class on drugs too. I've actually always said it's not like I'm not like a drug addict. I always had an interest on like how drugs work with the body because listen, you ever watch Live PD? No. It's like cops. So like I just see so many people like literally throw their lives away to do like meth, and I just like I don't understand what it must do to the brain. Like I've always been interested in that. Like I want to know like in the mind of an addict. Right. So that the fact that they're using MDMA to treat is very interesting. That's groundbreaking. Like truthfully, that's probably like when they first started like thinking.
What's
like
crazy is
medical
marijuana. I think it has something to do with what we were talking about with our grandparents and our parents. It's a norm.
That stigma.
It's a stigma. It's a stigma. And they think that drugs or psychedelics like fucking melt your brain.
Yeah. Well, like I don't smoke. I just never been a fan. But there's a lot of medical benefits to smoking weed for people that have chronic pain. It's much better than taking, a painkiller or something. It's a little less addictive too, but definitely like once people get past that stigma, that's all it is. It's just a stigma. It's a societal stigma.
And it's crazy, dude. I tried LSD and I've tried mushrooms.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Where? In Colorado?
No.
Where'd you see it?
That's
crazy. How was
it?
You don't give a fuck. You just said it too. That's
literally, it literally shifts.
Did you try a two-starter?
It literally.
I plead the second.
You fifth.
Sorry, I plead the fifth.
That's good. I'm not trying to figure out how I'm listening.
It literally, like people are scared of it, but it literally shifts your mind and your perspective towards life. It really does, because you're able to look at events and look at people and yourself so compassionately and so lovingly. I swear, like, it's the weirdest thing. Whenever I tried it, I feel this sense of being out of my body, in a sense. Like, I feel so connected with myself and, like, with everything around me. It's so much love. It's so, like,
it's hard.
Like, your most loving version, your self-actualized version, whatever you want to call it,
dude,
that's you become, like, one with it.
That's crazy.
And, like, when I'm talking to people, it's like there's no hesitation. There's no second guessing. It's literally like this.
Like,
just straight up, like, this is what I want.
Wow.
This is who I am.
That's nuts.
I love you. You're my sister. It's unbelievable, dude.
That's fire.
I'm like, you just form
life changing.
love.
It's probably life changing.
Yeah. And I, like, for sure, I'll never, like, fucking do it, like, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's the thing. Everything about it.
Exactly. And that's the stories you see. That's the people you see, like zombies walking around the street. But
like, people going not off it, like, okay, that's what gives it the stigma. Though. People like that. But that's crazy.
No, I'll never push for anyone. I want everyone to do
what
they want to do, and you can meditate or whatever gives you that connection towards life.
That's
it's like, but yeah, dude, it was fucking.
That's sick.
It connected me.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's how psychedelics work.
Yeah.
I think there's I mean, I took a class. Did you take the drug class at Albany?
No.
Okay, so we talk like all types of everything, marijuana, all that stuff. Like, those type of drugs are much different than like a narcotic. You know what I mean? Like, I would never suggest like someone should have heroin. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's why that's why I wish there was like a little different stigma about that. You know, I think is it Colorado that wants to legalize mushrooms? There's a state.
Colorado decriminalized it.
Decriminalized. Okay, that's crazy.
Which means it's like the lowest priority.
Yeah,
so, dude, everyone.
That
like,
shit's crazy.
an MDMA, I don't know where, but I think it's a prescription. It's a prescription that can be used now for treating PTSD, anxiety. It's so fucking cool, and you can do it sober. This is the reason I'm going into counseling, because I want like.
Is that what you're going for?
I'm going for counseling, for mental health counseling, but it's mindfulness based, which means that it's surrounded by like meditation and really being present with your client and allowing them space to be themselves, and. That's really what I want to show people, that you have to be completely real. Yeah. You can be 100% real. You can speak on how you feel, and it creates space. It creates freedom. We're so afraid to say, "This is how I'm feeling." So we just throw more shit on top of it.
Is that why you want to work with athletes?
The thing is, I never even talk about it, but when I was younger, I was like, what got me into this was, I feel like I've always had shit lined up for me. Yeah. I've always had a mom that fucking loves me unconditionally. Yeah. She always gives me praise. Yeah. Like in high school, I was always like a really good athlete. Yeah. I was always
had it going for you.
I always had shit just like perfectly handed out.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But internally, I dead ass felt depressed, and I felt upset, and I was in a dark space. Like, you would see me at school and you'd be like, "Yo, what up, Dev?" And I'd be like, "What's good, bro?" And then I would go home and like I just felt so unloved and so lonely, and that all came from myself, which was really interesting. I remember nights like I would just sit on my ground and I was just like, "God, like, please help me, like this hurts so bad." I was like, I don't want my mind was just like a mess, and I was like, I can't do this, like, I don't know, I can't do this. And that really took me into Buddhism and trying to understand myself, sit with my feelings and my emotions, become my own counselor in a sense. Yeah. And so now I'm able to preach and able to like hear people and able to tell them like, listen, you can feel everything. Like, you don't have to be afraid of it. Like, once you finally allow yourself to feel, that's when you can become free. Yeah. It's fucking, I was just like, what? Yeah. Like, I can actually be real with myself, because for so long, if I felt uncomfortable in here, I'd be like, okay, I need to go hike a mountain, or I need to go hang out with this girl, or I need to go do this, and I'm trying to like suppress
like that.
that.
I can't think of the word now. Well, I'll come back to it.
It reminds me of like
word. I can't think of the word. We were just saying about like people like their Instagram likes
validation.
Validation. Yeah. You need that like validation, kind of from like the outside world. Like, okay, I just hiked this mountain, so I feel good. Or I just squatted 4 or 5, I feel good.
And while you're doing it, you feel great.
Yeah,
you get that dopamine.
But after, I really can relate to what you just said about. I actually had this conversation with someone a couple nights ago. She's like, it's my girlfriend, but she was like, how can, you be upset about stuff, you have so much going for it. I was like, that's not the point.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just not like, I have anxiety every single day. Like, I have anxiety because I always feel like I'm not enough, and I want to be, and I think that's why I'm so hard on myself, and like, I'm okay with that, but because I really just want to be like, I want to be the greatest ever. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I'm just so crazy about myself. I'm crazy, like, I shouldn't say crazy about myself. I love myself, and I'm not like psycho about myself, but like tough on myself. You know what I mean? Definitely that validation. I've felt that what you just said before, like those nights where you're just like, wow, like I have this going for me, but it's just not,
just never enough.
It's not enough,
dude. And that is, me and him talk about it all the time, because it's like, if you just consistently, there's a difference. You can want to be the best or the greatest and be happy with yourself along the journey, or you can punch yourself in the face every day and say, listen, you little bitch, you're not doing enough. And I've been on both sides of this.
Like, I'll probably come back here tonight and lift again, because I'm like, you're a bitch, like, you're not good enough. Like, but that's just how I am. Like, I feel like with athletes especially, Kevin Love wrote something great about it. I think Kevin Love and someone else wrote about how, like, people look at athletes and like, oh, they're multimillionaires, how can you be depressed? How can you have a panic attack? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's so different. Like, that's another stigma where, like, you have money, so you shouldn't be upset. Or you have this going for you, you shouldn't be upset. And I hate that. I can't stand that. So that's why I love that you want to work with athletes. Because I know kids that were the best player on their team, kids at UAlbany were the best player on the team or wherever, and they still had those demons inside of them. So it's they're just not heard. Because exactly. And that's how I always kind of looked at that way. That you just can't, because like you come out and say it, and someone's gonna be like, why? What are you sad about?
Exactly.
I hate that. Is the biggest pet peeve when I tell someone about how I feel. And listen, I usually don't talk about how I feel, but I feel comfortable right now, so I'll say it. I don't care, whatever. The world can know. There's been times where like I've had people. It's like, why are you sad? Like, what could you be sad about? Like, you don't even understand it. Like, that's why I compress the feelings.
Bro, I swear to God.
That's why I appreciate that you want to work with athletes, because, and you said, you hit it right on the head when you said they're not hurt. They're not.
Dude, that's how I felt my whole life.
Exactly.
And that's what made me feel so upset. And literally, we had class all week, and this came up for me. And I just started crying. Like, I couldn't stop crying. Literally, anytime I said the word heard for 24 hours, heard, because my whole life I realized my biggest pain came from not being heard. I've always been so like, Devin, you're good at this, and you do this, and you're good with these, and girls like you, and blah, blah, blah. But I just, so anytime I would want to tell people that I feel sad or like upset, no one would hear me, because they're just like, you have it all. And I'm just like, but you don't get it. Like,
Is that why you stopped playing football?
Why'd I stop playing football? I stopped playing football.
We've never really talked about it. We kind of just laugh.
Right. And
I don't judge you for that, because since you've done, listen, like I said, since you stopped playing football, you've done so much great things. And I've been listening. I love all the shit you post on Instagram. I appreciate all that. Like, I appreciate your journey, because you showed that you didn't need that validation. You didn't need to play football to be happy.
Right.
And I think that's cool. That. Because you truthfully were probably the best teammate I ever played with. You or Kev, I would say, were probably the best player, and you always had the best work ethic. And then like when you stopped, I was like, wow, like that's crazy. Like he's just different. Like that's awesome.
It was,
you know what I mean?
It was a shock.
I know it's probably like a big deal to you, but I'm just curious.
Yeah,
because you were me before me, kind of, where you started at Cortland, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, fuck it, and then you went to UAlbany and you walked on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I got love for people I got love for that grind, you know what I mean? Dude, we used to talk about every day event, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I saw a picture on Facebook, me standing on your back, you doing a plank. Yeah, exactly. I gotta fucking work. So anyways.
Yeah, it's cool, because I never deeply dive into it, but if I had to.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, fuck, I want to be as real as possible. Cool. I want to get everything out. Football, so I started hitting the point, like you said, so Schneider had a competition, bodybuilding, and
killed it.
It was a point, you know what I'm saying? So imagine you have a point, and it's like 3 months from now. From now until that point, you're gonna work your ass off for that point, specifically. So for me, I was like, UAlbany football. I worked my ass off to get to UAlbany football, thinking UAlbany football would give me like fulfillment, life, like this is all I've ever wanted. I got to play on UAlbany, and I didn't feel anything.
Really?
I didn't feel connected.
Okay.
I didn't feel happy.
I get it.
I was just like, whoa. Like
there's more to life.
There's more. Like
there's
it
more to
wasn't
your life.
for
You know
me.
what I mean? That's
and
crazy.
For so long, I identified with football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when people thought about me, they were just like, oh yeah, football.
Star
yeah.
athlete.
Yeah. Like how's you all been?
Yeah.
How's football?
Yeah.
And this is when I finally started realizing, like, whoa, like I'm not just one identity. Yeah. Like I'm way more than just something. Yeah, I'm way more than that.
That's awesome.
And I had a girlfriend at the time. Her name's Kylie. She's fucking amazing. She opened my mind up, and she taught me, like, Devin, like, you have so many gifts. Like, you don't have to just be that. Yeah. And this is when I was like, I don't feel comfortable. I started like being around the team, and I was like, the way my mind worked was just different from theirs. Like the stuff they would like to talk about, the way they would act. Like I didn't resonate with that. I didn't resonate with that football lifestyle anymore.
UAlbany's nuts. UAlbany is a little
just football in general too. I just wanted to be free, bro. Yeah. And I never thought, I was like, this is something it's weird because with football, even in high school, I always thought this is something I have to do. Like I have to go to practice. You just felt like you had to. I have to go to training camp. I don't want to. Yeah. Even for the games, I was like, I don't really want to do it. It'd be fun once I started doing it. But I was like, I don't want to do it, but I just thought I had to do it. So then I was talking to her. It was literally a week before training camp. And I was just like, Kylie, I just started feeling so sad. And I never tapped into my emotions before I met her. Like she really brought me into my emotions. And she was like, what are you feeling sad about? And I really got into myself. And the overwhelming feeling was football. And I was just like, whoa, football is actually making me feel sad. Yeah. And I thought it was just something I had to deal with. Just like everything in life, I was just like, I just deal with it. I'll just fucking do it. I'll just get it over with. But she was like, you don't have to feel that way.
You don't have to play,
And that's when I started dabbling with the idea of like, oh shit, I don't have to play football. I don't have to go to camp if I don't want to.
Yeah, like literally, it's a choice.
And she was like, you don't have to. And I felt like I had to. I was like, this is my life. This is who I am. And we just kept talking about it, and I kept becoming more real with it. Yeah. And I was just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I told my mom, and it was a big shocker. And I was so afraid to upset my family because they were just like, oh, Devin, he's playing D1. I can't wait to go to your games. Everyone was like, I can't wait to go to your games.
I had that too.
And I was just like, I don't want to do it, you know? And that's the best moment in life. I told him, as soon as you stop, as soon as you hit that point and you're done with it, and you have a clean slate, you're able to create whoever you want to be. Like after that point, I was like, I'm Devin and I have no identity. I don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know where I'm going. But this is like,
but I'm gonna get there.
I'm gonna figure it out. I started working for the airlines. I started traveling. I started,
Yeah, you did a lot of. I remember you did a lot of stuff like after that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And no, like I can't. Like I was shocked when you I think you just you did something where you posted a picture of cleats hanging up or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And I was like, that's crazy. That's just what it was. I was like, wow, that's him. And I always wondered that, and I didn't know if it was something else. And I get that now, and I understand the way you are now, based off I get why you did it now. You know what I mean? More than I was just because like I said, you're great. You would have been great at anything you ever did. Not even to suck you, but seriously, that was you were always good at everything you did. It's because you always put your mind to it. I always appreciate that. So it was you would have started. You know what I mean? You would have been probably the best receiver on the team, which is dope. So when you did, I was like, wow, that's crazy. There's more to life. Yeah. And I think I'll probably come to that point someday. So I get it. But
that's my mission. That's what So I feel like your biggest pains become your mission. Yeah. And my mission now is to show people that you literally can become and be whoever you want to be. Yeah. And you're not strict, you don't have to just be one identity. Yeah. You're so much bigger than that. Even this, even fitness, as much as we love it, man, as much as it brings us life, we are bigger than fitness.
Absolutely. I'm for sure bigger than football. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's my passion, but then you talk about fitness, you talk about training, and I have so much more than just I'm more than an athlete. You know what I mean?
We are so multifaceted. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
That's how I try to live my life. I don't want to just be good at one thing. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's where I'm at, dude. And
that's awesome.
And the cool thing is once you decide something, even this podcast,
Yeah.
I was literally like, I'm gonna do this.
Fuck it, why not? Yeah.
Like it comes from a thought. It's a thought. I'm gonna do this. To saying it and telling my boys like, yo, I'm gonna start this podcast. To an action. It's a fucking.
Now we're doing it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're sitting. Yeah,
you know, and it's just those
That's
are the
dope.
3 steps. It's a thought. It's verbalizing
Yep.
it to give it more energy and more, and then before you know it, it's solidified and it's in actual physical form. And here we are. And yeah, man, I'm so grateful to have people like you. No bullshit, to be able to talk about this stuff with, just be real and just show the world like you can just be real. And that's when you feel you're most connected to Earth. You know what I'm saying? Connected to the person in front of you, and like it's just inspiring. And
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing from me to you, you know what I mean? Definitely like that. That's why I keep looking at your shirt. Like I really like that persistence and desire. Like I gotta buy a shirt right now.
Northeast hustle, baby.
Like,
where you at?
I gotta show some love to you guys. Like that's the type of thing I want to be around.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
Northeast hustle.
This shit is dope.
Persistence, desire. That's it.
You excited for Colorado or what?
Fuck, dude.
Where are you living? Are you living in a dorm or you got?
No, so I'm living with my family when I first get out.
Oh right. You got family.
Yeah, and then I'm finding my own apartment after that. Hopefully, Schneider's dad has this RV I'm trying to buy off of him.
Really?
So I might be homeless for a bit.
Chill. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even care, bro. I'm just trying to live,
bro.
For a bit.
Well, yeah, exactly, bro.
So yeah, we'll figure it out. I love it out there, dude. Like my thing is, you're not only Albany or wherever you're watching this from. You're not only that city. Like the world is huge, and your people are out there. Like I literally feel surrounded by my tribe in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like right now, like you guys are my tribe. You know what I'm saying? But in Colorado, like that's my people.
That's fine.
And I feel like I can become my best self.
Really?
There. Like I feel like I just see like something's like literally I just see it happening there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
dope.
And here I feel like I can only go so far.
Yeah.
So
I mean, same really. I guess.
just taste your dreams.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? But yeah, man, that's about it. I'm happy. This is my boy Brett. We got to meet up.
Thanks.
Northeast Hustle.
I'll be copping a shirt this week. Shit's tough.
Thank you for checking us out, man.
Appreciate it.
Much love to you, my boy.
Indeed, bro. Much love.